Hi everybody, I'm Debbie and I'm Basket Case Mama Fab Finds, and we are here with a haul video, and we're going to go over some stuff that I picked up either at a yard sale or at a church sale or at a thrift shop or out and about in the world. I do occasionally pick up some things and do retail arbitrage, but not too often. I record these videos well in advance, so this is being recorded usually about 2 months before you're going to get to see it, because I only post these videos on Wednesday. So chances are the things in this video, you may find them in the store because they should be listed, hopefully by the time you see it. But we'll see. You never can tell. So, if you see it in the video, check the store. The link is in my bio, I believe, and we're going to go from there. So, for those that don't know, one of my favorite things to pick up are stuffed animals. I love stuffed animals, and vintage ones or cool ones or unusual ones are my favorite. And this guy is adorable. He is pretty good size, about 18 inches, I guess. And he is called Plushalicious, whatever that means. He's Toys R Us 2010, so not horribly old, but look how adorable he is. He's got a little wear. He's been loved, but he's not bad. I mean, he's in good shape. He doesn't have any holes. He's clean, and it's like a soft velour-y kind of fabric. It's got a little more plush, a little more oomph to it than the velour, but I just thought he was cute. I'm all about like 1970s pop arty things. Anything that looks, Peter Max or Lisa Frank, which was like Peter Max was 1970s kind of pop art. And everybody knows who Lisa Frank is because she still does stuff today, but she kind of started, I think, in the 80s or something like that. But yeah, so cute. And I just tossed him over in the he's got to get listed part now. So this here is a Squishmallow. Now, I don't pick up a lot of Squishmallows, but my daughter was especially fond of this one. And I got it at my little thrift shop, so I figured, Christmas is coming. She's pretty cute. She's a little elf, and I paid 50 cents for her, so certainly she'll fetch more than that. But Squishmallows are pretty flooded in the market, so I don't generally pick them up unless there's something very special. I do have some I'm going to be lighting up soon because I have a few that I bought very early on, because when I started doing this, Squishmallows were hot, and then they weren't hot. So sometimes when you hear me say, oh, these really do well, always look things up, because something that's doing well 1 month may flood the market and not do well, and then it might be doing well again at another time. Clothing, men's clothes stay pretty traditionally to just different brands that do well, and they're much easier. Women's, the brands may do well, but the styles change very quickly, and what's good at one season won't be good the next season, and it's always a crapshoot. So just keep it in mind. Another thing I tend to pick up, which is not unusual, but I don't see a lot of people I watch that are resellers selling a lot of these, but are ties. It's remarkable to me how well ties do. Usually you can get them relatively cheap, between like $1 and $3 or so. I do have a thrift shop near me that is lunacy, literal lunacy when it comes to ties. They have like $15 ties. I don't buy a lot of ties there, but this one was $3 at the Salvation Army, and it used to be all the ties were like $1.99, but now nothing's nothing, so that's how that is. But this is by a company called Box Elder, and Box Elder does a lot of geometric kind of artistic ties. They might sell at like museum stores and things, I don't know, but this is, I believe, MC Escher again. If you've watched past videos, I've picked up a couple of these at a thrift store, a different thrift store. And MC Escher is an artist that does like illusion art. You probably have seen the one where the hand is drawing a hand that's drawing the hand, or the stairs that kind of go nowhere, like the Harry Potter stairs. That's MC Escher. If you are interested in that kind of art, I happen to know there is a museum, I believe in Tampa, for Salvador Dali, And in the Dolly Museum, there is a part of it that is MC Escher stuff. So it's very cool. And Salvador Dali does also kind of that illusion. His art is very weird. There's a lot of undertones in it that you look at it and go, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of weird and disturbing. So, it is what it is. So, here is a lesson on things that I just occasionally get in my head. So, anyway, 'tis the season for flannel shirts, and I have a list of brands that do really well in flannel shirts, and I've been keeping my eye out for flannel shirts at yard sales and different places because just for different brands that might pop up because 'tis the season. So this was a Sagatuck dry goods flannel shirt, quilted interior like a shacket, and it's the blue flannel, and it's in nice condition, and you know, it's a jacket, nice condition. So I grabbed it. I had this one and I had another one. You know, it's soft and everything. But when I got home, I noticed there were places that felt crunchy. And that I was like, why would it be crunchy? I mean, does the like filling and the like, is it really old and the filling's like foam and it's like crunching? Like, that's not good. That's not gonna be good. So then I was like looking it over, checking for damage or anything, and I noticed in the back a little tear. I'm like, all right, well, that's not a big deal. I can put some stitches in that and just disclose because it's a nice sturdy material, and you know, you're gonna be wearing it for work as long as it's patched. It'll be fine. That's no big deal. And there's like a little wear here on the neck, but again, very little. There's like, you know, a little along the collar here, but it's not terrible. But then I noticed it's a little shiny along here, and I thought, that's weird. Wonder what that is. And then I realized it's melted. So, campfire incident. Doesn't smell like a campfire, by the way. I mean, it smells clean. It's good. Some decisions were made that probably didn't go well, apparently. So I only paid $1 for it. It's not the end of the world. I'm going to look it up anyway, because honestly, if it's a good one, and it may not matter to anybody that it's because it's inside the jacket, and just disclose everything. And if not, it's trash. And some days it goes that way. But, you know, I didn't see it. And I was looking at the exterior, like the collar and things. I did see it a little bit on the collar, but that wasn't terrible. But I was looking for like things that would, like around the cuffs, they get like torn up, and the collar gets torn up or stained, like bad, like sweat stains. Underarms I look at for holes along the seams. I didn't see the little hole in the back. It just must have been folded in a way I didn't see it when I was holding it, looking it over at that thing. And I looked at the tag and the interior of it, but I didn't see that one side of it. So you do your due diligence, and still, things happen. Things happen. So he appears to be, I don't know for sure, a Burmese mountain dog. Him's big. He's floppy and big. He is an IKEA. You can always tell IKEAs have the long tags. And the name of the IKEAs are always in Swedish, which is never terribly helpful to me. So, because my Swedish is not, it's not even bad, it's just non-existent, honestly. So, I don't speak Swedish at all. Except for the things like when you go to IKEA, you can see certain things. But most IKEA pet things do pretty decently. So, especially some of the bigger ones, and especially the dogs. So, I'm going to say he's probably 15 to 20 at least. But I do pop the prices up here on the side so you will know when I look them up and I edit the video how much I found them for online. So recently we had a church sale. I go to the church sale every year. They have it one in July, and then they have, or 2 in July. And they have like one, and then they have a second one, and then they have a fill-a-bag one. So I usually go to the first and the second one. I occasionally go to the fill a bag, but usually if I run out of things by the second one, I don't go back because it's just going to be everything that's picked over and left that I didn't want to begin with. Once in a while I do. Last year I did because I left something and it was still there, and that was good. Sorry, drinking coffee. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning, so. But this time I went and I got some good things, and I met some other resellers, so it was really nice because I got to talk to some people in my area that also are doing what I'm doing, and talking to them about what they look for and what things they like and what they gravitate to. The one girl and I gravitated to the same types of things, so we were together working in the same areas, looking at the same things, and we kind of shared. And this particular thing we shared, there was a big box and we split it and we each took some. So not all resellers are like trying to get your stuff all the time. There are some out there that are just notoriously not, they don't share, and they're like, they want everything themselves. But most are just, we're all working together, all trying to find things, and we found this, literally, we found it together. I was looking at it, she was looking at it, she goes, oh, those can sell, and if you can see the color. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And so we went by and we just divvied it up, and it was great. We each got some, so it was good. But what is it that sells? Tiffany. So Tiffany bags, boxes, ring boxes, anything Tiffany sells. The little cards. So these were like 75 cents each, I think. So I picked up several of these size bags, which are the little gift bags. And I even have some of the ribbons inside there. So we picked up some of those, and then I picked up how to decide to do this. I picked up one big Tiffany box. And again, these sell, so the bags, I don't remember, but I want to say they sell for like $10 to $15. And some of the boxes sell upward $20 to $30, depending on the box. And if you have like box sets, like if you have the box that it came in, like this size box, and then the ring box, the bracelet box inside of it, and the little pouch that the item came in, those could do really well too. So then we have this size box with the ribbon. I have the ribbons for all of them. Excuse my back. Oh, let me pull this over. And then there were a few of that size box. So I have several different ones. They all will sell for certain prices, between like $8, $10 up to $20 or maybe $25, depending on the box. So that was pretty exciting, and we both got there were a couple of each thing, so we just each took one. And there were little bags too that I will come upon as we go through. But that was pretty exciting, I thought. So and it was fun. It was fun that somebody else there knew, like, yeah, these are good, or so she was telling me things, and I was saying, yeah, like this is kind of stuff. Like, we both like stuffed animals, but she was looking for specific things, and she does books. I don't do a lot of books. I do have some books that were my personal collection stuff, but she did some books, and I do look for certain like sets of books. I had bought some Tuttle Twins books that did pretty well, like a set of them at a thrift store. And I know some old Nancy Drew, like from the 30s. I can't believe it's been around that long. It was around when I was a kid, but it's been around since before I was a kid. So if you find the really old ones of those, or the Hardy Boys, some of those do really well. Some Dr. Seuss does really well. So you just have to look and see what they have. Anyway, so this is a little table thing and has like some pretty embroidery on it. It is like a square table topper. So there's embroidery in each corner, and that's in the center. So when I list this kind of stuff, and it's linen, as you can see on the edge there. So when I do list stuff like this, I'll just measure it, hand embroidered, vintage. Crewel is another word, C-R-E-W-L, not cruel like mean to people. So embroidery crewel, needlepoint is, and then cross stitches when it's at X's. Needlepoint is usually in they're done all in one direction on a open weave fabric. So whatever type it is. There's also pet-a-point, which is similar to needlepoint. It's usually seat covers, like it's all covered in like a wool yarn. That's a pet-a-point. So anyway, those particular things, there's all different titles for it. I just disclose what it is, but I measure it. But something like this, I would put in there maybe table topper or centerpiece, like centerpiece cloth, because you could put like in the center of your table and put like your centerpiece on it, to, on a table, things like that. So there's different words you can use for different things, and I just look, just do that. So, and I think that was like $1 yard sale. So probably 20, 25 maybe. Big tablecloths, some of them go for hundreds of dollars. If you find like a full-length tablecloth that's been embroidered like that. I have one that my great-grandmother made. That my aunt passed away, and I inherited all her stuff. And when I was going through her stuff, I found this couple pieces that were like crocheted, like doilies and things that my great-grandmother or my great-great-grandmother might have made back in the day. And then I found this beautiful tablecloth that's like super big, that fits my table, that was all embroidered with like beautiful flowers, and it was folded in a drawer in a bag and never had been used. And I was like, how could you have something like that and just never use it? It's beautiful. Why would we never use it? It needs to be seen, not in a drawer. So I do use it. It has been washed a couple times. It comes clean. It is beautiful, and I love it. And I'm using it. And I hope my great-grandmother appreciates it. So this is a Nicole Miller shirt. Nothing spectacular, just a dress shirt. Nicole Miller is one of those, like Kate Spade. Yes, a good designer. Yes, her stuff's beautiful. Yes, it sold for a lot of money in the beginning. But then what happens is some of it ends up in like the retail places like TJ Maxx and things, and then the price starts gradually going down. So this was $6 at the Goodwill. I'm going to say probably 18 to 20. It might go for more, but like I said, I'll pop the prices up there. But I just thought it was pretty, and it's literally like new. It's still like the collar's really stiff and nice. So I figured, well, that's all right. It'll do okay. And it's been dry cleaned, and it might need to be like, it has a little puppy dog hair on it, because I have a puppy dog and she's having a moment. She's got an irritation on her skin. She's got to go to the vet. I don't know what she got into, but she's been chewing, so she's driving me crazy. But these are Peter Millar shorts. They're 38, great size. They were $6. Khakis, and again, easy $20, $24, somewhere like that, but I'll put that up there. So if you guys were watching a few weeks ago, you saw that I had one of these. I picked it up at a flea market, I think, and it was just this little bear. I didn't know what it was. But when I was looking it up, I noticed there were like 3 different ones with this, and I only had the one. Well, I was at the Salvation Army, and they had him. So I thought, oh, right, great. I'll grab him, and then I'll sell them as a pair, because pairs and things do better. Because him alone was probably worth $8, $10. Him together is probably worth now $15 to $20. So it works out that it's, better that way. So I'll put them together, because they're little, like, merry men of Christmas bears, I guess, is the best. Polar bears is the best way to kind of put it. But 'tis what 'tis. So I picked up this one as well. This is a Roman Incorporated, and it is a Christmas ornament called Heaven on Earth. And there's also, this is a series as well. And these are like the ivory porcelain kind of carved looking. This is a little angel, as you can see, but she's still in great condition. She's in the bag. I don't think she's unused, but she's got her foam is in here and everything. It's always been kept in the box, and it comes in like this pretty satiny display box. So Roman stuff, it's from like the 60s and 70s, 80s. Most of it isn't real like high-end. You're going to get a lot of money for it, but for a Christmas ornament like that in a box that's, in really good condition, probably in the $15, maybe $20, depending. but definitely 15, 18, I would think, because, they're collectibles in series, but it's all one day to the next, you never know. So this guy here, and those that know, he's got that ear thing, ear tag. He's Stife. And he's got his tag still on him, and he's got this tag still on him. Now, he's not an old Stife. The old Stife that are mohair go for big bucks, hundreds of dollars. This is not an old Stife. He is not mohair. He's just, a regular, but he is articulated. His arms and legs move. He is Stife. Stife is made in Germany. I think it's still made in Germany. Is it still made in Germany? He's polyester. He's a Luca. That's his name. And I think I have another Luca in my store, in my thing. And I picked up, I don't know where these are coming from exactly, but the little thrift shop that I go to where all the plush is 50 cents. Yes, Stife for 50 cents. Stife's a very high-end teddy bear brand or stuffed animal brand. And even at worst, he's probably on their website $30 to $40, I would think. Although he doesn't have a price on him here. But I'm just seeing, is he made in Germany still? But it seems to be. Für Kinder ist nur das Best gut genug. Genug? My German's terrible, so don't hold me to there. But yeah, so I don't know. But Stife is always a good brand. I would always pick it up. It's like Jellycat. I would never leave a Stife behind. But probably $20, $25. I would think, at least around there someplace. So this here, and I picked up a bunch of these. These were $2 each, but this is, for those that don't know, Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, when I started, I knew Five Nights at Freddy's, but I had no idea what Five Nights at Freddy's was because, I'm not watching cartoons now so much. I don't have any grandkitties yet, and my kitties are all grown up. So I didn't know, like I knew they were something, but I didn't know what they. But anyway, apparently this is like some kind of internet cartoon that like had a movie, and there are different characters. This one is a rabbit, and they're all like just some kind of chaos. So like there's Freddy, and then there's other people. So you can look them up easily. There's actually a wiki page for the Five Nights at Freddy characters and the series. Like these are Funko Five Nights at Freddy's, I believe. Yeah, these are all Funkos. So there were a bunch of these, and they're like a velvety, velour kind of fabric, but they do pretty well. Like if you can get them for a decent price, they're going to sell probably upward of $10, sometimes upward of $20, depending on what one it is and how hard it is to find them. But I got him. This one I think is Foxy. And this I believe is Freddy. And this is from a specific series because they're all like neon. So anyway, I found 3 of them or 4 of them. There might be another one in there. I'll get to you in a minute, but I figured, okay, we'll pick them up. So this is a Christmas ornament. I thought maybe it was like the guy from Star Wars, the Wookiee. But I don't think so. I think it's just a Bigfoot. But he is blown glass, and it's Old World Christmas, as you can see, that they always have this OWC heart on them usually. So if you see Old World Christmas, not as good as a Radco, because Radcos do really well. The big Radcos do great. But they do sell, and they do pretty decently. So I'm going to say he's probably $12 to $15. He might be even a little more, depending on how much people like Bigfoots. Because some people, like weird sells. Like weird, if it's weird, it will sell. So I picked it up more because it was weird than it was anything else, because it's a Bigfoot Christmas ornament. That's pretty obscure. So this is a pottery, as you can see, planter. It's got all this beautiful art on the side of it. It's really nice because it doesn't have a hole in the bottom of it. But it was $6 at, I think, Salvation Army. But look at the tag on the bottom of this baby. Like, this is pretty old. This is not new. It's a flower basin. and it says Iterwa something on it, Chart Industrial Company in Taiwan. So it was imported from Taiwan back in the day, probably at least 60s, 50s, maybe older. That is an old tag on there. So it's in good condition. I don't know yet because I haven't looked it up, but I'm going to say 25, 30, possibly more. We will see. We will see. We will see. We will see. Let's see if we can finish this bin before we go. So this was $4, ridiculously so, but it's still probably worth 15. So 15 or 20. But look how cute that is. It is just darling. And anything with a moon tends to do well as too. So kissing little kids on a moon, figuring $15 to $20. So, but it was cute. And I think sometimes when you go there, things go better. So this is made in Peru. It's Peruvian pottery. And it's a little old man, and he's like praying, but I don't think he's a little old man because I have a little old woman, and I think it's Mary and Joseph. But there was no baby Jesus, and I looked all over the place, and there was no baby Jesus, and I was very sad. And when I get to the Mary's in here somewhere too, but I haven't found her yet. So, but this is made in Taiwan, and it's a little cuckoo clock ornament, which is so cute. It's got this little dangle still. It's wooden, so $10 to $12 on that probably. Again, I'll pop up the prices here. This is a Kurt Adler ornament, which I didn't notice. I just noticed it. It says it on the back. There you go. But it's a boxer. It says joy. And dog things, I always try to pick them up because people love their dogs. I love my dog, even though she's itching like a fool right now. I still love her. She's still so cute. So this here is a little wood bell, and I believe this is also either Taiwan or German. I have another one that's ivory, but it doesn't have this little it's dangle bell. It's the bell is up in it like wood ball. So, but again, $12 to $15 probably for him all by himself. Go figure. And I do lot up my Christmas ornaments sometimes. I'm kind of debating on doing a Christmas ornament show on Whatnot before the holidays. I might do that because that's kind of cool, but I don't know for sure. So this is a Santa toy maker, as you can see, and it's a debate. It could be wood. It looks like wood, but it could be plastic, and it's hard to tell. So I have to do some research, but he was $6, easily 18 to 20, possibly more. And I got to get him listed because fourth quarter will be here soon. Fourth quarter, for those that don't know, it's the last quarter of the year when everything sells for Christmas, and it's the busiest time of year, which will be good because it's been the slowest year I've ever had since I've started doing this, because I sometimes think it's just because I'm doing it. But anyway, this was $2 at the Salvation Army as well. This is a Thai Pluffy, I think, Thai Beanie Buddy, and it's a husky. So there's the tag. And I do pick up Thai husky. I do pick up Thai Beanie Buddies and Thai classics, and Thai Pluffies and Thai baby stuff. No Beanie Babies, but most of these do pretty decently. So I'm going to say probably $20 to $24. Huskies especially are always sought after. Up here's Our Lady. Here's our girl. So like I said, Peruvian pottery, I don't know. It might be just praying couple, or it might be Mary and Joseph. I kind of got the sense it's a Mary and Joseph. Look at her feet. It's just great. But they were $2 each because everything, they go together. It's obvious, but no, they're not priced like they go together. The other day I was in the expensive thrift store, and there was actually something that was priced like $1.99, and it said ×2. So it was for the two of them, and I was like, that's like 99 cents each. I'm stunned. Thank you. The occasional, like, oh, good. So, and last but not least, this was on half price day, so it was $9, but I only paid $4.50 for it. For this, I'm grateful. But it was new with tags, so I figured it was worth it. It's an extra large Madewell. I don't pick up a lot of Madewell anymore. I do like Madewell as a brand. I don't think it's a bad brand, but it's just a real saturated market now. But it's a nice dress shirt in this pretty kind of gold color. Great for fall. So I picked it up, and for $4.50, certainly I can get 20 out of it. So that with tags, so that'll be fine. Anyway, that's it for this video, because I'm past the 25-minute mark. That's two in a row. 2 in a row to the 30-minute mark. Oh well. It's okay. I'm sure you're fine. I'm fine. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching so much. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you saw that was cool, anything you liked. I always appreciate your feedback so much. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And hit the thumbs up. Let YouTube know that you like the content. Hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get some subscribers that are watching things. I'm not monetized. I'm not worried about it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's all right. I'm just going about, I don't have time to focus on a YouTube channel as a channel for this business. For the other business that's forthcoming, and it's going to be much more time consuming. So I have to gauge what I can do, and I can only do so much. But I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Thank you. I do love just hanging out for a minute, and so pop your name and stuff, pop yourself in the comments and let me know who's watching, because I like to get to know you and hear your comments and feedback and what you're thinking. And it's so much fun just to kind of be in this weird world of YouTube where you're like talking to people you don't know, far away, in different countries sometimes. So thank you again for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one. See you later. Bye bye.